Kyalami, South Africa, just 25 miles north of Johannesburg. And the sun is shining bright, and the fans are coming out in droves to witness the opening race of the 1982 Grand Prix season. The expected pit turnout is somewhere between 70 and 80,000 people, and from the looks of the road, it sure appears like they're going to be here. The 1982 Grand Prix season about ready to get underway. Here they come. Look out, PK is left cold at the line. The defending world champion is being eaten alive right now, and the Renaults are on their way. Look at that tremendous start by Rene Arnoux in the Renault. What a mouthful of name. Watch him as he come up to the corner. The first corner in Formula One is always one of the most exciting places to be, and it's Arnoux. With Prost, it looks like in the second spot as they come around. What a tremendous drive by those turbocharged cars aren't supposed to get underway that quick, are they, Pete?
The Renault team has been working for several years on these cars, and they obviously have got it just right. Look at the lead they pulled out, and they're not a mile into the first lap yet.
Well, the top four, as they go by our camera position there, it's Arnoux out in front of it, Prost right behind him, the two Renaults leading right now. Then it's Villeneuve and Pironi, the two blood-red Ferraris running right in second place, and turbocharging appears to have a handle on the thing at the moment, Pete.
It's certainly very impressive, but notice how far back Nelson Piquet went. He went from the front row of the grid right at the start. He obviously got a very bad start. I don't know whether it was turbo. There's been an accident. That's Jean-Pierre Jarre, whose car has gone off the road into the catch fences. He's obviously okay, but that car is certainly damaged. It's not going to get.
Let's go right back into the race, and it's those yellow and white French turbocharged 1500cc Renaults in front of the turbocharged Ferraris. The Ferraris are a new story this year, are they not, chassis-wise?
Yes, the chassis of the Ferraris now, for the first time, are designed by an Englishman, Dr. Harvey Postlethwaite, which is an interesting name, and he's an interesting guy. He was with James Hunt and the Hesketh team for several years. He's been with other teams, and now he's gone freelance. He's designed a new chassis for Ferrari, which is obviously working fairly well, but not as well as these Renaults. Look at that car go. That's the slowest corner in the circuit. He's going over 100 miles an hour.
There are four different brands of tires represented on this racetrack today. Michelin, Goodyear, Pirelli, and Avon, if I'm not mistaken.
The English team, yes.
And we are sitting out front with a pair of Michelins being chased by a pair of Goodyears, aren't we now?
At the moment, yes. Ferrari was on Michelin up until the end of last year. Now they've gone to Goodyear. They are obviously doing very well.
Uh-oh.
That's Villeneuve.
Villeneuve with a Ferrari.
That's turbo engine gone. I would say that maybe a piston broken.
There's definitely a lot of oil smoke. It doesn't look as though there's any oil actually down on the track. Everybody seems to be handling the corner.
No, you'll find that may have been coming out of the exhaust system. It fits.
But the real story has got to be with Alain Prost. While we were gone, Alain Prost came charging through the pack at an enormous clip.
It's incredible.
And this man has gone from 8th place after having that flat tire. You can see the body damage on the car, and he has now apparently, just while we were looking at the Ferrari, taken over the lead from Rene Arnoux. So it is Prost in front, Arnoux in second, and Reutemann third.
He's made up a whole lap on his teammate, and he's back in the lead of this race. This is amazing.
This has been the most unbelievable Formula One race. It puts to rest the idea that you cannot make a pit stop and come back, because Alain Prost is living history of the fact that you can come back and charge, Pete.
You know, I have to go back in my memory to Jimmy Clark at Monza in the late 1960s to find a case anything like this.
Well, I remember Barney Oldfield once. No, never mind, but it is still out in front. Alain Prost, and what a drive he has had. I'm telling you, this man can whistle this car around a racetrack. And we had written him off at one time. I don't know how many of you at home had also written him off.
He had fallen to 8th place and was a lap back.
And also, this Pironi apparently is in deep trouble in the pit area. The Italians are busy talking to each other. I think it might be some kind of an electrical problem. The car was not running well. But look at the body flap around on Alain Prost, and I don't know if you can feel it at home, but you listen to this car and feel him drive. He is shoving this car around a racetrack, picking perfect lines, and going as quick now as he was earlier. Haven't they put him on some softer tires? Is that a chance?
I would imagine so. There aren't many laps left, and they could put him on the softest tire they have and to get the best lap times out of it. They don't have to last very long, those tires.
Well, we've been talking tire wars, and that's a pair of Michelins, but it's the second set, and it's unusual to find a man winning a Formula One race on a second set of tires.
You don't often make a pit stop in Formula One and do any good.
I don't know how many more it'll go.
There he goes. See his arm come up?
There it is, the checkered flag, and it is Alain Prost, the 25-year-old Frenchman, coming down to the checkers and taking the win. And who is going to finish in second place? According to our charts, it is going to be that hard-charging, normally aspirated car of Carlos Reutemann. Reutemann ends up second place.
That's been a good drive today for Carlos.